Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here one more time as we share the personal development stories and challenges that we take in our entrepreneurship journeys. My name is Albert Nation, and it's such a great thing to have you all here. So recently, my 9-year-old daughter, who has been hearing me talk a lot about leadership and personal development and ambitions that I have in many different ways, told me that, Daddy, you've been talking so much about the leadership villa, which is a concept of a home that I stay with different selected people from various parts of the world and mentor them into great leadership, in a way that every single day their lives is about leadership, training, attitude, the personality, perspective, and different skills that the chosen people who are carefully picked from communities continue to live with different mentors and trainers who come to the house and hang out with them. And so she's like, Daddy, why don't we do a box house of your vision? And I was like, challenge accepted. And so we started off, and here we are, trying our best, because this is something that runs in the family, as you have seen from the initial photos, because my son also made a box house of what I used to call the Slick Lab, or the space of innovation, and he created it well over a long period of time and passionately did that stuff. I personally have also done 2 of those box houses, and that this brings concentration, it enhances creativity, it gives patience, and you use the tools that you have to be able to do this. And I said, wow, why not do this? Because when you pick up on your passion, and she was willing to be there to throw in her ideas and do some parts that she's able to do. And so we embarked on this third construction together. Yes, so just like you have seen, we got the boxes, papers, and every kind of tool that we needed, and the process began. Ideas kept on coming as we moved on forward. And so what is the whole idea? Some of the challenges that you experience while doing this are just eye-opening. You get so much knowledge, so much wisdom and style as you go along, becoming creative at every given point. But doing this also is very therapeutic, because your mind is laser focused on what you need to achieve. You get mistakes that you have done which either need to be undone and corrected, and you keep on building on greatness even as you move on, but you are focused on the end product. And so this was a 3-bedroom mansion that we created, and I know we had the idea already, and so it began. And step by step on day 1, we began to do what needs to be done. And this took a whopping 5 days and above to be able to come up with this. And so, box houses are amazing ways of engaging your own intellect, your own skill, your talent, your patience, perseverance, and every part of how creative your mind can actually go. And so we embarked onto this full of challenges, because like the staircases were part of what we had no idea how to put it up together, but it did happen. But looking at it, we continued day after day, realizing our vision. And the big plan is that one day in future, as this video is now online, we appreciate everybody who is watching, and I know that manifestation shall come to reality. We pray that one day, very soon, as I begin to work on towards realizing this concept of a project, that great people with great hearts will watch it, will find it, will get wind about the whole idea, and will partner and collaborate with us to be able to make it happen. Why am I so passionate about great leadership? Is because, as John Maxwell puts it, everything rises and falls on leadership. the kind of leaders that we choose are a reflection of our own society, our own desires, our own fears, our own choices, because we get what we deserve most of the time. But great leadership can do a transformative job. People who are so selfless, people who are servant leaders, people who know that they care more about the people than their own selfish gains. Not dictators who want to rule forever just to be able to build power, control, and prejudices at all given levels. But people who know that, just like Napoleon did, that one day, one time, we live empty. And so all these things, as the wise man in Ecclesiastes says, are all vanity. So why then would anyone want to stay on a leadership position forever, amass as much wealth and power, engage in nepotism, and do all that against a civilian population that gave them positions of authority? So what I'm talking about here is that every single day my life is to be bent on mentorship, on training, on development of the mind, of the heart, of the person, and that the people that we will live with will leave that place out to change the world and shape it into a better and a greater place. This is the whole idea of the leadership villa, because we become a family that is transitional, that is making an impact, that is going to change the lives of everybody around in our various spaces. Leadership is not only political, but it's financial, it's transactional, it's an exchange for greatness out there, managing our environment, looking at relationships, romantic, family, growth, animals, and how we even treat the earth as the mother nature makes the whole difference. So it's a full spectrum of what we aim to achieve. And so by creating the leadership villa, it's a lifestyle of growth and development that is going to churn out some of the greatest people on this earth, because it is doable and it is possible. We have had great, focused, determined, and directly powerful people before who knew that every single day of their life is about becoming more humane and doing things that shape and change the lives of the people around them. Because when people thrive, then every other thing becomes an easier solution. People are able to thrive in their various careers, in their various talents, and the skills that they bear to be able to create and generate more and more wealth. And when a nation is wealthy, insecurity is not a challenge. Pressure on public resources and facilities and amenities is no longer a big deal, because the hospitals are there, the schools are there, the road networks are well taken care of, and people create more and more and more employment. And this is what drives my passion about great leadership. Personal development, leadership, and growth is what we all need. But unfortunately, the challenges that we experience in developing nations, which is intertwined in very intense, international lobbying, sometimes leads people to become very inhuman. Corruption, nepotism, and all that it takes becomes our daily lives, simply because everybody is scampering to get a space in the big table, to get a piece of the cake, and they will do what it takes to be there. And so this is what I'm being able to look at in terms of just making that difference, because everything works when training, when mentalities, when ideologies are put together that make a difference in the lives of humanity. And so the leadership villa concept will become real. We will stay with young identified personalities who are willing to go out there and shape their world. This is what father and daughter achieved in 6 days. We are happy that you're here with us. We are happy that we made it happen. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed. Share, comment, subscribe, and let us know how to work together to make this an even reality, because we each can get together and make it happen. Thank you.